Hi guys, nice to meet you guys. Today I want to study like computational problem solving. A long day of myself. So computational problem solving, explore computational ideas and in bakery, in bakery, in bakeries, libraries and city hall. Okay, super cool. So the first topic we will cover is like what is this? Parasim? What is parasim? Parasim?
Parallelism.
Parallelism. Parallelism. So okay, parallelism. Getting to the first part. Getting to the first part. Uh, so prefer prev.
Pierre.
Pierre arrived at his bakery early in the morning. Too early, he really would like to be able to sleep in a little longer. However, he needs to be real ready for the opening rush. Opening rush? Opening rush? Mm, Opening rush. His first his first batch batch of 300 pastries
Pastries.
Pastries goes very fast. His goal is therefore to prepare 300 fresh pastries as quickly as possible so that he can sleep in as late as possible. What does it mean? What the heck it is? So here, following the recipe step by step,
Recipe.
following the recipe step by step, just the way his great golden
Grandaunt.
just the way his great granddad wrote it down. Pierre has to arrive uh, at 5:05 in the morning and a whole 59 minutes before his shop opens. Cut the dough into triangles. Spread with what is this? It's possible for him to uh, do a bit better. Right now, the first thing Pierre does is to cut dough into triangle. Mm, cut dough, cut dough, cut dough,
Dough.
cut dough into triangle.
Triangles.
Triangles. Which of these actions he might he a, be able to do first instead of spread filling on triangles? Turns the oven. Both of these could be done first. Neither. What it is? Follow this recipe step by step, just the way his great dough wrote it down. Pre has to arrive at 5 minutes 0 and a half. Right now, the first thing Pierre does is cut down into triangles. Which of the action might be he able to do first instead? Spread fill, spread fill into. Oh, Turn on the oven.
He oven.
There's nothing stop turn on the oven from being the first step. Only two of the options in the recipe make sense. As first step, cutting the dough into triangles and heating the oven. You can't pie chocolate,
Pipe.
or spread filling onto cut triangles when the pastry dough hasn't been cut. Okay. Silly. There are only two tasks. There are only two tasks that can be done immediately: cutting dough into triangles and turning on the oven. Every other task requires that one or both of these two tasks have already been done. Will will it help Pierre sleep in if he starts by turning on the oven instead of starting by cutting dough into triangles? I don't understand so much. What is this? By turning on the oven first, he can get croissant finished.
Croissants.
Croissants by turning on the oven first, he can get croissants finished faster. Therefore, he could sleep later. By turning on the oven first, he'll take longer over. Mm, what the heck? If Pierre turns on the oven first, then he can go on to the next step, cutting the dough into triangles while the oven is heating up. This saves him some time. What? Why is so silly with this problem? I have no ideas with like turn on the oven first or cutting dough first. For what? For what computational? It doesn't have meaning for computational problem solving. What the heck is this? So it's helpful to have a visual representation of how Pierre saved time by first pre, pre, preheating the oven. The first step is to split out the schedule. The first step is to split out the schedule so that we can see what resources are involved in each step. Beer is needed to cut the dough. The oven preheat and cook on its own. Both beer and the oven are
Occupied.
both beer and the oven are occupied by the task of turning the oven on, which is why those two tasks overlap. So silly.
Overlap.
Overlap. Hmm. What it is? By preheating the oven first, pre is able to work on other tasks while the oven is heating. How much later can pre sleep in if he preheats the oven as his first step? Oh, understand. Let me see. Let me see. So, first step. Mm, cut triangle. Uh huh. And then is preserve. By changing the order, previous process goes from taking 59 minutes to taking 51 minutes. The 8 minutes that preserve corresponds to the 8 minutes that the oven needs to heat up. Okay, understand? Is a strategy for solving problems more quickly by making progress on multiple different tasks at a time. Uti-
Util- utilizing.
utilizing Paris
Utilizing parallelism.
utilizing parallelism is this example was as simple as noticing that the oven can make progress on heating up while so this is the problem.
Parallelism.
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 Parallelism. What the fuck this word mean? Well, it's hard for speak like that. So it's mean that when you 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 have the first you have the you make the first and then you make the two, you compare it and then you can resolve it quickly. You utilizing in this example was as simple as noticing that the oven can make progress on heating up while previous makes process on prepare pages to go to in here. By solving the problem more quickly, Priya got to sleep in later, a whole 8 extra minutes. Oh, I understand. So I understand what is the problem here. That is a
Pierre.
peer has 60 minutes uh before open like a bakery, and then in that 60 minutes prior need to like prepare 300 um cousins cousins, and then um by by utilizing parallelism he can like got he can get 8 extra minutes to sleep. Okay, quite understand, quite good. Utilizing this utilizing this kind of
Parallelism.
parallelism is incredibly important for making sure that computer can solve problems effectively. Ex- Even modern computer is incredible fast at performing calculation. It's so fast that reading a file from a hard drive takes a age. By comparison, a computer can perform tens of thousands to millions of calculations in the time it takes to request information from its own hard drive and get that information back. You can learn more about this in quiz on retrieving data. Computer memory, where this from? Hmm. Where is this from? From what? Computer memory, we have this exercise. What the heck it is? It's fucking really hard here. No, no, never. Okay, continue. If you want to get more done, do more things at once, right? Price is strategy of solving problems faster, doing multiple things at the same time. So multiple tasks, understand? Quite good. splitting up work on his own. Pierre, Pierre still needs to get to his bakery at uh, uh, 5:09 in the morning. It takes 51 minutes to make his decision. Causes
croissants,
croissants. However, if he hires an assistant, he may be able to faster. One person can cut a sheet of parchment down in 30 seconds.
sheet,
A sheet of parchment down in 30 seconds, and two people can split up the work and cut two sheets of parchment down in 30 seconds, getting twice as much done. One way to utilize
parallelism,
parallelism is by splitting up a single task into several similar tasks that can be dealt with independently. Which of these problems into can be split up can be split up into several small tasks that can be dealt with independently. Guessing an 8-character long password to open in what? Putting stamp on wedding invitation. Guessing an 8 characters long password to open an encrypted
encrypted,
encrypted file from the internet. Both. What the heck is this mean? I don't. It's easy to slit up the invitation so that multiple people can share the work of adding stamps. If you share the password protected file, it's easy to divide up the list of all possible 8-character long passwords so that two computers, 1,000 computers, or a million computers can share the work. If you ever have your bank account locked because there are too many incorrect guesses, that was the pain trying to prevent multiple people or computers from working together to guess your passwords. What? It's still hard to understand. What about a physics simulation that uses the laws of physics to understand how gravity affects the motion of all the stars in galaxy? Can be split up to several small tasks that can be dealt with independently. Hmm. Physics stimulation. Physics stimulation are interesting. Every star in the galaxies has a gravitational effect.
effect,
Effect. Effect. Effect.
effect,
Effect. Physics stimulations. Simu simulation.
simulations,
Simulation. Physics simulation are interesting. Every star in the galaxy has a gravitational effect on every other star in the galaxy, so it's not completely straightforward to split up gravitational simulation into separate, totally independent problems. Nevertheless, using multiple computers in
parallel,
parallel to perform physics simulations is an incredibly important part of modern cosmology. Physicists and computer scientists have put decades of work in figuring out how to minimize
coordination,
coordination overheat to make physics simulation as fast and parallel as possible. Okay, when multiple workers can slip up a problem without adding in
coordination overhead,
coordination overhead, computer scientists sometimes call the problem
embarrassingly,
embarrassingly parallel. A physics simulation can be parallelized, but it wouldn't be correct to call it embarrassingly. I still, oh my god, I still don't know what the heck it is about. Oh my god. I feel it down me a lot like this. Why it down me a lot? I don't understand anything about this problem. Which of these problems are embarrassingly para? Reducing the persist in the new job, researching all the books in the library to find if the word. What the fuck is this? Researching all books in library to find. Bus schedules are dependent on one another for fast transfers, and many other entities, including schools, trains, and hospitals, make decisions based on schedules. Therefore, scheduling is a problem with an enormous and necessary amount of coordination overheat. It is not embarrassingly parallel at all. On the other hand, if you had a bunch of books, you could have many people work through different books to find a specific word. It's entirely reasonable to argue that the word needed to make sure everyone is working on different book or splitting books up between people if there were more researchers than books makers. The word finding problem not embarrassingly parallel, or that some clever strategy like using a metal detector would solve the problem faster without just splitting it up among people. This just goes to show that impressingly parallel is not a precious
precise,
precise mathematic definition. Is a judgment call about what counts, and I don't understand what the fuck is this. Hi, and Pierre is tried to get to work before 5:10 a.m.
plans,
Plans to address this by hiring an assistant, which these steps would be faster with us turning on the oven. Mm. What the heck is this? Are you kidding me? Having an assistant will not make the pastries
pastries,
pastries cook or cool and faster unless the oven is incredible complicated. It's unlikely that having a helper will make it turn. It's silly. It's silly problem here. An extra assistant can only make the parallel
parallelizable,
parasite task faster. You can see these highlighted on the chart relative to working alone. How much later can Pierre sleep in if he hire assistant? Mm. 4 minutes. Add topping. Một roller triangle. There's no way to make the 20 minutes of cooking or 10 minutes of cooling go faster. However, the remaining 20 minutes of work, cutting, spread, rolling, and baking can be done in parley pie to bakers. One at one one additional
Additional.
one additional habit will turn the 16 minutes cuttings. Oh my god, this is total 10 minutes to take off the. This is the best silly programs I have ever done. Yeah, but I need to do it because like if you don't do it, lots of tons of people out there are trying their best every day, and now you just see that it's silly. No, it's good. It's fucking really good. Pierre was able to sleep 10 minutes later by hiring one assistant with two worker two workers in total. Instead of arriving at 5:09, he can arrive at 5:50 19 and still get mm, pa- pastries
Pastries.
pastries ready for his 6 o'clock opening. How many total workers will Pierre need to save another 6 minutes and arrive at bakery at 5:15? This is impossible because there are two pieces of paralyzed work
Parallelizable.
paralyzable. There are two pieces of paralyzable work. The prepare work that takes a total of 16 minutes, 8 minutes with a hamper, and the post cooking work that takes 4 minutes, 2 minutes with a hamper. After Pierre has one assistant, the time that it takes to preheat the oven prevent additional workers from actually saving any time in prepare work. Even if the task get done in than 8 minutes, Pierre and his assistant will still have to wait for the oven to heat up. So the only room for further improvement is the adding topic step that happens after cooking. This step only takes 2 minutes with a habit, so there's no way to speed it up enough to save 36 minutes more. I hate this. The last person showed that the time the oven takes to heat up is a complicating factor. Let's ignore that factor for now. Maybe Pierre has invested in o- oven with a time, or maybe he gets an assistant to arrive first and turn on the oven. If Pierre doesn't have to put heat up oven, how many total? Mm, mm. By setting the total number of workers for, you can see that it takes 35 minutes to prepare all the pages given peer arrive. Also, I know that is so crucial for this problem because when you're a leader, for example, when you're a leader, you want to control your team, you need to spare exactly, exactly everything, every minute, every hours for work. If you want to finish done, this is a small like example, a small whiz, but it's so important if you can learn it. If you can learn from it, it's super cool. Then I need to try my best at the moment because I think that it's so silly, but at the moment I think it's super cool because you can control your time. Every this is the valuable question. I think it's good for me to improve my thinking, how to spare my time, my yeah, how to spare my work. It's good though. It's not silly work though. Oh my god, I think that because I'm so tired, maybe. So fuck man. I need to, I need to try my best at the moment because yeah, you are doing not not good your job. Try your best, bro. You can do it. The first helper saved Pierre 10 minutes and an additional two assistants only saved him an extra 5 minutes of
blissful,
blissful slumber.
slumber,
Plus 5 minutes of blissful slumber. Even under ideal circumstances where we ignore preheating the oven, so prepare what Pierre needs is a lot of more assistance. Even at the even at the upper observe
absurd,
even at the observed limits, if Pierre is able to hire an unlimited number of helpers and perfectly split work between them, what is the absolute faster he could ever hope to prepare his pastries? The 30 with 32. His cooking takes 20 minutes and cola takes 10 minutes. Everything else can, in theory, be reduced down to almost nothing, but it will still take more than 30 minutes to complete the whole process. Okay, understand? Oh my god, it's super. Uh, uh, I know what is the. You don't need to advance this problem because the meaning of this problem is the way you resolve your problem, the way you control your time. Everyone from computer scientists to bakers and architects can fall into the trap,
trap of,
the trap of thinking that they can speed something up by throwing more workers into the mix. But that isn't true. When you think about para and non-para tasks, it should be obviously that adding more workers will only make you faster at the parts of a task that can be done in. I understand the meaning of this exercise. It's super cool. Like it's easy to understand. So now I will explain for myself. So Peter have Peter uh, have 16 minutes before opening a bakery, and in that 60 minutes duration, he need to finish like 300 cuisines uh, cuisines mm, uh, mm, baker like bread, and then like he have a he has a lot of work to do, like heat the oven or make cool bread or heat so kind of really. Oh my god, how can I explain for myself to understand? I imagine I have image in my brain right now, and I really easy to understand, but for you guys, I think that so this is like Peter have 16 minutes to open a bakery. In that 60 minutes duration, he need to make 300 breads, and then so due to that he has a lot of works to do, like uh, cut dough, cut flour, uh, cut dough to a triangles, or heat the oven and um, put the bread in the oven in the oven, and take the bread out of the oven and uh, cold it, and then so all press the progress make the bread um, mm, the bread heat the bread is 20 minutes. We cannot increase or decrease it. It's only 20 minutes to finish to heat a bread, and 10 minutes to decrease the heat of bread when we take it from the oven. So at least 30 minutes we couldn't decrease or decrease or increase it. So understand quite good so far. This chart summarize
Summarizes.
this chart summarize that our observation.
Observation.
This chart summarize that observation will with many workers. Most of the time in task is spent on the non-parallelizable parts of it. Pierre's new faster bake recipe takes the total non-parallelizable work done by 20 minutes. Thought there's still 20 minutes of parallel prepare work to do. With this challenge, Pierre achieved his lifelong dream of watching sunrise before the work while still open at 6. How many cooks must he has? I don't understand what is it mean. Oh my god, it's it doubt me. It doubt me every guys. It's doubt me.
Parallelizable.
This is more than necessary to assistant plus peer it will push the starting time later than 5:30. By setting the graph's sliders to 20 minutes, you can see that with 3 workers, the total time needed is between 30 and 25 minutes, which means that Pierre wouldn't need to arrive until less than 30 minutes before opening. Splitting so the key, the core, I just want to, yeah, it's super cool when we can learn the task, the ways, but yeah, the core is splitting up, splitting
Splitting.
splitting up task eventually stops being a useful strategy if part of problem isn't splittable. This common sense observations is important enough in computer science that it have named who wrote paper. Oh my god, it have like a lot of things. It's hard to understand, guys. Ramping up production. Ramping up production. Here is why. Hey, brilliant. Why you don't like choose another easy name like Peter, Tom, David? Why you need to use Pierre? What the heck it does? It's I hate this name. Pierre is not only Pierre is not Pierre is not Pierre is not only concerned about his first part of parties
Batch of pastries.
pastries. As the town wakes up, he knows that he'll able to sell every single party he produced in the first few. Uh, Therefore, he wants to maximize the total amount of parties he can produce. Oh, come on, bro! Still, the problem hate me. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this. I need to do it if I want to become the best. So I need to do definitely. Oh, no problem here. 5. Okay, so like working alone, we've established that Pierre needs 15 minutes to make a punch a part, or 50 minutes if the oven is already warmed up. Pierre starts a part of uh, 300 parties every 15 minutes. How many parties does he average per minute? 6? Really? Are you kidding me? 60. Recall that by hiring many. Recall that by hiring many hiring many workers, Peter could produce 300 parties in just a bit more than 30 minutes. Recall by hiring many workers, Peter could produce 300 parties in just a bit more than 30 minutes. If a new patch gets started every 30.1 minutes, how many parties will be bakery average? Ugh, tens. A new page gets started. Oh my god! Recall that by hiring many workers, Peter could produce 300 pages.
Pastries.
Pages in just a bit more than 30 minutes. In a new page get start every 30 minutes, how many pages will pick average per minute? Oh my god, I see not good now. What time is it now? It's 5 a.m. Fine. It's super hard for me. Punch apart.
Parallelism. Parallelism. Pastries.
Oh my god, why is hard like this? My life, my successful is super hard. It's not easy, guys. It's doubt me.
Occupied.
Both preheating the oven are often by the task of turning the oven on, which is why the tasks overlap. So here, you make your first, and then you make the two, you compare it, and then you can solve it pieces apart without a split second. Get twice as much done. That pace coordinating over I think that I need to like rest at this time. So sorry with myself.